picture of all the pictures. See, this is the good picture too. The behind the scene.
What's that? We're all good? Phil? We're all good?
I'll count you down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
How's it going? Thank you for joining us today. I'm Congressman Bera, representing the 7th Congressional District here in my hometown of Elk Grove right now. It's an exciting day today. We got a chance to announce, we were able to get over $5 million of Homeland Security grants for Sacramento County, including the grant we're going to talk about today, the $1.9 million that we're able to get for the Cosumnes Fire Department in the form of safer grants. The reason why this is such an important part, and it's exactly what we ought to be doing at the federal level, is how do we push the funds and the resources out to the local communities where they need them. The reason why grants like the SAFER grant are so important is it allows the fire department to hire the personnel necessary. And that's incredibly important right now. We've seen horrible forest fires year after year in Northern California and throughout the West. We also, in the recession, our local first responders, our fire departments, our police responders certainly went through difficult times as well. So as we've seen expanded growth in this region, making sure that we have the firefighting personnel that are able to keep our communities safe is incredibly important. So these Homeland Security grants are incredibly important. I'm incredibly happy that our community was able to get that SAFER grant and get the $1.9 million along with the other resources. I'm going to introduce Chief McLaughlin, who you were deputy chief for 2 years and just became our chief in June. So congratulations. And if you want to talk a little bit about the SAFER grant and why this is such an important thing.
Excellent, please do. So, thank you, Congressman Bera. And it's truly, as Congressman Bera pointed out, we're extremely honored and humbled to be able to have this opportunity to be a recipient of the 2016 Staffing for Adequate Fire and Emergency Response Grant, otherwise known as the SAFER grant. It's a FEMA grant that's designed to help fire agencies across our nation be able to get critical resources, in this case people, when we can demonstrate a financial need. In this case, the Cosumnes Fire Department lost 8 firefighter positions through the course of the recession, over the past 10 years or so, that we've been unable to fill and restore up to this point. This grant's going to allow us to move forward and hire these individuals starting March 1st of 2018. These 8 individuals will be brought in online. For one, are going to help us to relieve some of the impacts that our personnel are seeing on the streets. That just over the last 4 years alone, our call volume has gone up by 40%, which impacts our people in the stations. Where these individuals are going to help us, are going to be able to help provide some relief, some depth for sustainability, reduce some of the overtime impacts to our personnel. And the grant in and of itself is going to be able to help us as a Cosumnes Community Services District do this sustainably. The grant pays for the salary and benefits of these 8 personnel, 75% of those salary and benefits the first year, 75% the second year, and 35% in the third year, with the goal of the 4th year is that we would be able to then titrate in and absorb them as in part of our general payroll. As Congressman Bera pointed out, the federal funding, these federal grants are really critically important pieces. They're not designed to be a wish list or a means of accomplishing a wish list, but as the application process, we need to have a clearly defined need for critical resources, whether it's equipment or staffing, and we need to clearly demonstrate the financial need for those resources in order to even be considered. So with that, we're extremely honored and humbled and very much looking forward to being able to apply that grant and really support the men and women who are committed day in and day out of exceeding the expectations of the people that we serve in these great communities of Elk Grove and Galt.
Well, Chief, on behalf of the grateful community, thank you and the men and women that work for you for keeping us safe, for getting out there and being often the folks that are first on the scene. And in the tragic times that we're seeing in terms of Hurricane Harvey, Irma, and now Maria, it just reinforces the importance of preparedness and MC ready. So thank you.
And thank you to you, your colleagues in Washington, for continuing to fund these important programs. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions?
You said these were to refill 8 positions that were lost during the recession. Is that, how long will the funding fund those positions? Is it one time?
It's a 3-year program, so the first year it'll pay 75% of the salary and benefits of the individuals. The second year it'll pay 75%. The third year it'll pay 35%. And the program's designed to help set us up for success and front load us with the salary and benefits that we will ultimately be able to absorb the cost as we continue to see regular property tax increment increases over time.
Does a city or a county have to match any kind of the funds to get the federal grants?
In this particular grant, our match will be 25% both the first 2 years, and then 65% in the third year, and then starting the fourth year, 100% of the
So the
salary
other,
and benefits.
the other amount,
Yes.
rest of it. Okay, gotcha.
Well, great. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, yeah, absolutely. It's a great partnership.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate it very much.